The Minnesota Nurses Association has been talking with state lawmakers about legislation they want to see that would support nurses in the state. During Nurses Day on the Hill this month, MNA laid out several major priorities from its 25,000 members. They include protecting newer benefits like earned sick and safe time and paid family medical leave, and finding ways to enforce better nurse-to-patient ratios for care. The union says a rising demand for talent has also been encouraging lawmakers to find new ways to draw nurses into the industry with new job pipelines, loan forgiveness programs, and other incentives.
I hope to continue to have conversations with nurses, with patients, and with lawmakers so we can talk about why it's so important that every patient has a Minnesota licensed registered nurse there to care for them, and a nurse who has a safe, appropriate assignment.
The union also continues to voice opposition to Minnesota joining the Interstate Nurse Licensure Compact, an agreement that would let nurses use the same license between member states. Some nurses say that could offer more flexibility when dealing with patients across lines, but the Nurses Association worries it could lower standards for care based on other states' licensing systems.